literally a 2 minute video on my weight check. As I said, my weight really, really ballooned when I was on vacation. But well, you'll see really quickly. Really no lingering damage. I did eat really poorly. The tale of the last 2 months has essentially been I spent the week in New York in May. I spent 2 weeks in New York in July. Spent the week in Chicago. I spent the week at Disney. And then I spent the week trapped in my basement because my wife and daughter came down with COVID between the I was in New York 2 out of 3 weeks. And the week in between, they were COVID positive. So I was down here in my basement. I came back from New York with a suitcase and never went into my bedroom the whole week, and like basically was eating like the meals I had, and when I ran out of those I was eating fast food. It's basically like the last couple months I've been like on the road, and it's amazing to me how easily, when I have access to my kitchen and I'm home and sleeping in my own bed, like my diet is flawless. But I totally lose control when I go away. When I go to New York, I spent 4, maybe 5 weeks in New York this year for work. And I always go with the mentality, I take my meals, I'm going to stay on my diet. And then, like, by like Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm like eating out every night. And it's because I've conditioned myself mentally to feel like this is a break. And I see when I'm home or in the office, my diet is utterly flawless. As terribly as I ate at Disney, I've had 2 fasting days. I've completely followed the 12 to 8 routine in terms of my time restricted eating. I have not had, and if this is big for me, I have a soda addiction, no two ways around it. And I thought to myself, I recorded a video uh, early 2020 during the pandemic where I said I'm swearing off diet soda. And I did not have a diet soda for a year and a half, but it was when I started going back to the office. We have these vending machines and it's just sitting there, and I have an addiction. And despite the fact that I hadn't had a diet soda in a year and a half, I had one like last September when the office reopened after Labor Day, and my addiction just came back. Like, it is a fight for me. I was in the office 2 days this week. I did not have any soda. I have not had any soda since I've been back from Disney. And that is one of the things I want to fight. And this is something I'm going to talk about quite a bit when I do my book review. By the way, I actually started recording a book review, and my daughter disturbed me like twice. And I know people love seeing her in the videos, but she literally came while I was speaking and was like asking questions. So I stopped it twice. So never restarted it. But I really want to do a review on the case for keto, but I want to get my workout in, so just want to provide a weight update really quickly. So, what's my current weight? I have not weighed myself today. This is definitely Thursday. So, that's where I was Thursday, 261.5. So, flat to what I had been right before I left for Disney. But where did I go in terms of my weight? It is an ugly, ugly picture. I'm not even gonna lie about it. On Sunday, when I got back, I was 275 pounds. So I had gained 14 pounds while I was in Disney. Like, there you go, 14 from when I had weighed in right before I left. So I'm just trying to be transparent. That's where I was. This is where I am currently. So within 4 days, I was able to get all of the weight off. So how do I feel about this? Honestly, had this been the same thing that happened, had this same thing happened in December, I would not have regretted the way I ate. But that was 2 weeks of just, well, no, about a week and a half of completely binging. I will say, if the weight comes right off, I feel like it's no harm, no foul. I don't mind a couple of days. The issue that happened in December when I went from 233 to 257 in like 11, 12 days, is I didn't get back into the 230s until like mid-February. And I don't want to be costing myself a month and a half. And the knock-on effect of that is I pretty much gave up because I got so fixated on 233. On the 233, I've handily admitted, even when I recorded the video, I ate once a day for an entire week. Like I did everything I could to get my weight down. So that might have been artificially low. I was really fixated on getting under 235. That was about my weight when I was in college 20 something years ago when I still played basketball 6 days a week. But the fact that it took so long and the lowest I got to was 237, it just broke my spirit. But I say this because I'm going to wrap up this video and get to my workout. I don't mind if I can get the weight off in a week, particularly if I'm at it. Like if I was at 220 and I went to 235 because I went on vacation, and a week later I was back at 220 and I only did that 2 or 3 times a year, like I don't mind that. When I mind is when I cost myself 2 months, which I've done the last 2 years on Christmas break. The last 2 years I've gained over 20 pounds on Christmas break, and I did not get back into the weight zone. So in 2020 going into 2021, I was like 248 and I was 268 when I finished my 2 weeks off. And I did not get back under 250 until February. Last year I was 233. And in early January this year, I was 257. And I did not get back under 240 until mid-February. I don't want to be costing myself a month and a half. Like, that's just unacceptable. I don't mind if I'm on vacation and it takes a week. That doesn't bother me at all. It does compound the problem when, I'm still trying to go below where I am, but I don't mind, taking a week off and it takes a week to get back and then I can get back to progress. So I just want to make that distinction. I don't want to be costing myself 2 months, a month and a half, 6 weeks, whatever it is, to get back to where I was for a week, 2 weeks of binging. I have to go to New York soon for work for a very busy period. I'm in the phase where I want to be going down. I am setting the goal of getting under 240 by my doctor's appointment November 11th. And so I don't want to have any setbacks between now and then. And so I've got to have the discipline. I'm going to bring a lot of food with me. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to mostly be at work. I'm pretty much going to be in the office from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So I'm going to plan to fast 3 days that week. And I plan to eat all of my own food and eat, despite the fact part of the issue is I have a company card and I can buy whatever I want. But I've got to resist the temptation, and I'm going to stay on my ketogenic diet through my doctor's appointment. I'm going to get my blood levels checked. I'm going to give this a full 3 months. It's going to basically be mid-August through mid-November. But I've got to maintain my discipline. So I'm going to speak a lot more on this when I do my book review. I'm going to do that on Sunday. But I just want to do a quick weight check because I know I've been saying that. So all of the weight I was able to get off in like 4 days, Sunday through Thursday. I guess you could say 5 days. But I weighed myself Thursday morning. It was 4 days of full eating, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I weighed myself at like 8 a.m. on Thursday. So 4 days I was able to get the weight off. So I have no issue with that. But I am focused on a goal, November 11th. I want to be under 240 again. So there's my weight check. Now I'm going to get into my Saturday.